now I will extend these initial remarks a little bit further by speaking to the theme. This is the display of the inquiry of Herodotus, of Halicarnassus, so that things done by man may not be forgotten in time, and that great and marvelous deeds, some displayed by the Hellenes, some by non-Hellenes, barbarians, not lose their renown, including, among others, what was the cause of their waging war on each other. This is the first sentence of the first historian in the Western tradition in which he tried to explain what he was doing and why. He needed to explain because he was doing something which no one had done before him, and what he did with consummate artistry, skill, expansive vision, penetrating insight into the human condition. His history was told by and was about people, not only the occasions of their stories, but the stories themselves were for him historical facts and events. Conflicting stories only created an even bigger and more interesting and complex historical event. Herodotus examined people's words and probed their inner thoughts, their emotions, their dreams. Dreams were very important for Herodotus, all in a search for meaning in the past and the present, and from the past to the present. It is a cliché to say that Herodotus was the father of history. I don't allow my students to say that, but it is true in the sense that all historians, that is, all narrative historians, are in some way his offspring. Some happily so, some begrudgingly so, some Oedipally so, some vigorously denying patrimony, and some willing to acknowledge only the dimmest genetic heritage. I do believe, although they will correct me if I'm wrong, that the two great historians we will hear today would not deny their connection as historians in some basic way to Herodotus and his scientific project. Alessandro Portelli has pioneered a methodology and a mode of analysis by assembling oral testimony from many people around significant events or historical nodes, comparatively analyzing their accounts. As in the book of 2010 recently, They Say in Harlan County, a portrait of a Kentucky coal mining district in decline. Or The Order Has Been Carried Out in 1999, about the massacre of 355 Jewish and non-Jewish civilians by Nazis in a suburb of Rome in 1944. Or the Battle of Valle Giulia, came out 2 years before that, about the clash between Italian left-wing militant students and the Italian police at Valle Giulia in 1968. Or in 1991, he published The Death of Luigi Trastulli, about the 1949 killing of a trade union protester, and there are many more such studies. What seems to fascinate him and what he has most elegantly analyzed is the misremembering and reshaping of the past by individual and collective narration of particularly traumatic events. It is the uses of the past as much as the past itself which has made Professor Portelli's narratives and analysis so riveting and instructive. The citation of the Don David Award contains this sentence: "In oral history, people are sources, and sources are people." Herodotus would have loved that sentence. The fact that people tell stories, adapt facts to their desires and personal memory is a fundamental fact and effect of human existence.